Shalom. I just wanted to make like a part 2 to this. How would you put it? To this lesson, if you will, because I only got a couple of precepts. I was quick to the point, but really wanted to speak on the downfall of Esau. You know, because this is exactly what's happening. Because I had some more precepts lined up, but I was in a rush. So, and I'm still kind of on the move. But while I'm on the move, you know, pull a nice line from Apostle Gabar's page, GMS Walk and Talk. So while I walk, I'm gonna talk. You know, get a couple more precepts, and Lord's willing, to be edifying. Yeah, I just wanted to speak on the downfall of Esau, on this wicked ass kingdom, Babylon, and Esau, and the downfall of Esau. And basically, like I said, the Lord is judging Babylon and you Babylonians, which is you Egyptians, which are you so-called white people, which biblically you're known as Edomites. Point blank period. You come from, your forefather's name is Esau. You know? So let's just get a couple precepts. And the first precept I wanted to get, because it's a beautiful thing that is happening, and people thought that it wouldn't happen. You know? Get the book of Habakkuk real quick. Second chapter and the 3rd verse. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. Yeah, when it says it will not tarry, it's talking about it will not be prolonged. And clearly, the prophecies that are coming to pass are not being prolonged. Even though it used to tarry, the Lord said, wait for it, you know? And look at it now. Now you turn on the TV. You see the news. The news coincides with the scriptures. You put on YouTube, forget about it. There's so many brothers waking up to the fact that they're Israelites, especially Great Millstone, and Great Millstone has the 100% truth. And apostles and the elders on down are the men set up by the Heavenly Father to preach the word. And that's the truth. Because they are the only group. Because you look on live streams and comment boards and live chat, and some people will be like, well, is GMS the only camp that has the truth? Yes. GMS is the only camp that has the 100% truth. Because out of all the camps, it's like when you read I believe it's in Matthews, Yahushua left the keys to Peter, you see, and there were a lot of disciples, but he left them to Peter. It's like there are a lot of prophets, but the Lord left the keys with the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, or with the apostles of Great Millstone, and the apostles broke bread with the elders so on and so forth on down. You know? So, yeah, this vision was for an appointed time, and at the end of speaking and not lying. And also, the vision is you Edomites going down out of power. And the Lord judging. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 8. Hear ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. And you look up that word visit, just for edification purposes. And you see, it's a verb to attend to, muster, number, reckon, visit, punish, appoint, look after, care for. See? To visit upon, to visit, to punish. Yeah. So the Lord's bringing calamities upon Esau in the time that he will punish him. Because that's how the Lord casts out his judgment. Either you're going to get rewarded with salvation, or you're going to get rewarded with destruction. Either way, you shall get a reward. You know? And Esau's reward, you know, it's going to be nothing but destruction. When you look up the word Edom in the Zondervan Bible's dictionary, it tells you that it's the only nation that's not granted any mercy from the Heavenly Father. Out of all of these nations, there's 18 nations. It tells you that in the book of Genesis, the 10th chapter. The only nation that's not going to get any type of mercy is from the Heavenly Father, is the nation of Edom. And why? Because the nation of Edom committed so many evils that they damn near broke every book, and they broke the number one law, which is blasphemy, and that's to paint their face as they're God's people, and to paint their face as if they were God. And so, you know, anybody sitting there talking that nonsense that Edomites can make it, or Edomites are done away with, they're gonna get destroyed right along with these Edomites, and that's just the truth. I wanted to get another precept. It's in the book of, there's so many precepts. Matter of fact, I'll start with this one. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. See, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And basically, a metaphor for being naked is being exposed, you know? Well, not the metaphor for being naked is being exposed, but in a metaphorical sense, not being exposed like as a physical, but the Lord's talking about the body of work that you have done in America. You're being exposed. And all these lies that you told, all of the sins that you committed against the nation of Israel and all other nations, but the Lord only cares about his people. Told you that before. The book of Amos, 3rd chapter, Psalms 147th chapter, you know. Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. And the daughter of Zion is talking about Israel. Because Zion in the Hebrew is to Zion, which is a monument of remembrance. The monument of remembrance the Lord's talking about is the elect that he's going to save out of Israel. You know, right, pertaining to the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter, and Revelation, the 7th chapter. And those will not be part of that number, the 7th chapter of Revelation. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. So the Lord's telling us that we're not going to go into slavery anymore. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Yeah, and that's the same as Edom making themselves naked, because they're going to drink the cup of the wrath of the Lord, and that's going to be without mixture. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Get another precept. Matter of fact, we're going. I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to go to Obadiah. We've done them off with that. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Yeah, and the ambassador set up against the heathen is talking about his servant, the Lord's servants, the prophets. You know, pertaining to the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter. The Lord allowed us to learn his word. Why? So we can sit here and warn you heathens that he's coming to destroy y'all. And to prove that is the book of Isaiah chapter 13, starting at the top, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Verse 2, this is the point. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, and the banner is these scriptures. Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gate of the noble. There, you see? I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. You see? So this is the Lord that you know. That ambassador that was sent is his sanctified ones. And his sanctified ones are his servants, the prophets. And prove that. Get the book of Jeremiah, the 1st chapter and the 5th verse. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So there you go, right there. And ordained us a prophet unto the nations. Why? Because we are to do what? Lift ye up a banner upon high, exalt the voice of them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. The Lord commanded us. He commanded the sanctified ones to do so. That's a commandment. See? Once you learn the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, as an Israelite man, that's your duty to go out to the highways and hedges and teach the people. You know, it tells you that in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. The whole duty of man is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. And one of the commandments is to do what? To go out there to the highways and hedges and preach. That's why if you look at the Great Millstone, starting with the apostles and elders on down, you don't see nobody taking any breaks. They're nothing but 2 Timothy's the 4th chapter. As a matter of fact, I'll get that. Go back to Obadiah. 2 Timothy chapter 4. Yeah, 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, 2nd verse. Preach the word, be instant in season and out of season. Reproof, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Yeah. And basically to be instant means to be apt to teach. In season and out of season. What's in season? When it's warm. What's out of season? When it's not warm. When it's cold, like right now. You look out there every Saturday, the apostles and elders have been out there in the highways and hedges and the various Akim like a well-oiled machine. And there's no other group that's doing that right now. So yeah, you're right. So anybody that sits there and says and asks the question, does GMS have the 100% truth? I say, yeah. I say, hell yeah. Hell yeah, they have the 100% truth. Because only the group that has 100% truth is going to be in season and out of season. And they're out there all year round. There's not a time you can't turn on your YouTube and not see them. Only time you're going to see that is when Esau finally shuts down the internet, which is Amos 8 and 11, the famine of the word. You know? Getting back to Obadiah, the Lord sent the ambassadors. Start again. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Yeah, and ambassadors are his servants, the prophets. Said, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Yeah, you Edomites, you're greatly despised, man. The whole book of Obadiah is this one book, but it's so powerful because it explains your judgment, point blank, period, and why you're going to get judged the way you are, and why you're going to get destroyed, pretty much, and you deserve every bit of it, you know. And anyone who hasn't read Obadiah, you know, I advise you to read it because it's very powerful and it concerns Edom, period. Not only Edom, it concerns the nations as well. I can tell you right here, verse 15. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And what's the reward? Death and destruction, because that's what all these nations did to us Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. And this is what you're going to see. See, this is how they get in the shootouts, you see? 5 cops wounded, 2 suspects killed in the Texas shootout. And it has Esau's name written all over. Because you know Esau controls the narrative of the media. And you see it says the 4 police officers, and never gave no names of no police officers and no names of the suspects at all. So so through the spirit, that's Esau. Because Esau knows that his time is short. You know, he's trying to clean up his trash, and the devil getting sloppy. You know, just first and foremost, devil's getting sloppy because it's time for the devil to go back into prison. You don't want to do that, but you know, if it's not part of the Most High's program, it's not going to commence. Point blank, period. That's all. Let me see. Let me get this precept. And this is written about in the Apocrypha. Right now, this is even though it's the Edomites going against themselves. This is still book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, this is the point, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And this is exactly what you're seeing. You know, you got men starting to not regard their kings or princes, and the kings and the princes is these officials. You know, it would be these political leaders, these bankers, and also law enforcement. Point blank, period. That's the sedition. You look up the word sedition. Matter of fact, look it up real quick. See? Right here. Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. Synonyms: incitement to riot, rebellion, agitation, rabble-rousing, fomentation of discontent, troublemaking, provocation, inflaming. But that's the key word. Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. And this is exactly what you're seeing. You see, conduct or speech. When cops tried to give those Edomites narcotics warrant, and they shot at them. And you know that wasn't Jake. Jake don't get no damn narcotics warrant. Please. Jake gets shot on the spot and get it back done on him. So we know who's who. And let me get another precept and just close out with that. And I don't want to make this too long. There's also in the Apocrypha. This is beautiful. You gotta say, call hello, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, for allowing us to see this. This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. And you know your heart in the Hebrew is lab, which is your mind. So the 10th, the Lord gonna utter with his tongue. Oh, not the Lord, but the man that wrote, Jesus, son of Sirach. See? A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that is the truth, and I agree. That is the best thing in the world, is seeing the downfall of your enemy, because that's true justice. And the Lord is a true judge, and he's going to bring proper balance, because he said in the book of Proverbs, the 11th chapter, that a false balance is an abomination unto him. And an abomination is something that the Lord hates and detests. And Edomites being in rulership and being on top, and all the dirt that they did and skating away, getting away scot-free, that's an abomination unto the Lord. So that's why you Edomites are going to get judged, and your judgments are going to intensify to the point where everybody is judging you, all nations everywhere, because that's your end judgment. Because you're going to get done to you what you've done to the people. And that's why Edomites are scared. And we love it. So, Lord's willing, he was edified, like give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and others great and most known. Shalom to the elect, and death to America, and death to you Edomites. May more of you catch your judgment, and you will.